Hello, my name is Warren Woodstock, Bowling and Barebone Bravo Qualifier from Bush. Now listen here. One of the failures of this planet is literature, and it ain't the last thing on earth to worry about. There's enough oral wit casting to back up and remember the failure of literature and respond to the assets that live in view of that failure. Respond to the assets that live in view of the failure of literature. Now, when you remember the failure of literature and are in honest confession of it, the assets that live in view of that failure are vividly witnessed and use them. And they come with oral description to the failure of literature to something much more prevalent. That is asset. You're able to witness the asset, describe it orally, now literature that, and respond to it. Now literature moves on. Only before literature can move on, it has to respond that it's a failure first, in priority. Have a confession literature, you are an ignorant maipi. Back up, have oral discussions to the assets that are now witnessable. And literature that, and describe that, and move on, with far more accurate term use that you've derived from oral communication than literature had the brains to use prior to that communication. It's not an education. This is a state of evolution. It has to flow. One thing leading to another in a very inclusive manner. And I'm talking about inclusive that everyone is considered contentable. Everyone is able to reach contentment and get usable. Each and every one of you. Nobody is thrown away useless, a felon. Not one. Got it? Now you come, failure to felon. You'll die it. And anything call you that in between is more failure than you ever hoped to be. What a bad. Goddamn the attack on humans' character called felon. Goddamn you. Because the stunts you pulled in between are what if everything. Bite it. Your failure. Bite the bullet. Have a confession that anything being and is prosecuted with the term felon is not. And that accusation is like a suppository and the rear end of the truth. And it's not bringing out the information required. Is it? Seek out the source of that failure and move around it, far more accurately describing everything you witness.